Okay, so good evening, all of you. So I am Professor D.T. Kashid. Okay. So today we are going to start our practice number 1 of our subject IHP, Industrial Hydraulics and Pneumatic. Okay, in the last 2 lecture, we have started our this course or subject you can call, and in the lecture number 1 itself, I have derived that the practical, or I have told that what are the content or the parts of the practical for our subject. Okay, so I will not go for the in detail about that term work part because already we have discussed that. Okay, so for our practical, we have to go for the first 3 assignment. Okay, 4 assignment including the IS standard symbols, and then 3 assignment and plus 4 demonstration practicals are there. Okay, so as we have started last lecture, just we have started our this subject. So and you got the idea about the what is meant by fluid power. Okay, what is its definition, what is its basic concept, that what are the types of the fluid power system that we have seen. Okay, and in the next lecture we are going to see in the detail about the hydraulics and pneumatic. Okay, everything. But in line with that, we should know the knowledge of the symbol in every industry. Okay, wherever the hydraulics and pneumatic systems are used, no, so there in the drawing or in the design, they are not showing the actual image or actual design of any component. They are not showing, they are showing the standard symbol of that component. Okay, for example, as we know that in the hydraulic or the pneumatic, we are using the motor or pump. Okay, for pneumatic we don't require any pump, motor is required. So for pump also, it is not possible to draw this design. Simple, they are showing the it's a standard symbol. So you should know what are the different standard symbols in this hydraulics and pneumatic. That is our practical number 1. So let us begin with the practical number 1. That is a IS standard symbols for the which are the required for our hydraulic part as well as the pneumatic part. Okay, so in the screen I have written the fluid power symbol. In the fluid power, both hydraulic systems and pneumatic system includes. Correct. Just give me the consent that whether my voice is audible and my screen is visible at your end, as well as my video also, audio, video, and my screen. Okay, just tell me in the chat box, say yes or no, so that we can go further. Rushikesh Wagh, Anil Dongre.
All is clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let us start with the symbols. So normally in our hydraulics part, okay, we require different in the pump is required for pumps are required for the hydraulics, and motors are required in the pneumatic part. So we'll start with some basic symbols. Okay, for example, you can see on the screen. First, I have written that circle. Okay, now this with okay, now if you see the symbol, no, then say one circle I have drawn and small lines have drawn, at the middle of that. Okay, that means at it's a perimeter. And this symbol, this circle, it represent that this is a pump, or you can call it the motor or any rotary device. Okay, if in the circuit diagram or in any design, circuit diagram is the design. Okay, so this if you want to mention or if you want to represent pump or motor or any rotary device, okay, pump, it is a rotary device, motor also rotary device, or other any rotary device, then that device in the circuit diagram you can show or you can represent by this circle. Okay, you can see this circle. Then another, if you want to indicate any direction of the flow, okay, if flow is flowing like this or like this, okay, in any direction, okay, unidirection or both the direction, okay, you can see on the screen also. If you want to indicate the direction of the flow for hydraulic fluid, I am telling the just listen, direction of flow for hydraulic fluid, then it's a symbol is like that. Fill the triangle. Fill the triangle. You have to draw the line and you have to give the one triangle, and that triangle should be filled up. Okay. If unidirection, that means the fluid is flowing from one direction to other direction. If you have drawn the symbol like that second one, fill the triangle, but in at both the side, that means the your fluid is flowing in both direction. Okay, so this fill the triangle, that symbol, it represent or it indicates that that is the direction of your flow for the hydraulic fluid or for your hydraulic system. Getting it? Now if you want to indicate the direction of flow for pneumatic fluid, okay, if you want to indicate the direction of your flow for the pneumatic fluid or system, then your symbol will be like that. Third one, unfill the triangle. Unfill the triangle. Okay, see on the screen, third symbol. Okay, this one. This is a fill the triangle unidirection. This is a fill the triangle both the direction. But that fill the triangle means it is a direction. It is showing that direction of the flow for hydraulic fluid. And if you want to go for the direction, if you want to represent the direction of the flow for pneumatic fluid, then you have to take the unfilled triangle. Unfilled triangle, and its symbol you can see this one. First is the unidirection. Okay, and second, if you have taken the unfilled triangle both the direction, then that means the fluid is bi-direction or in both both direction. Okay, then for example, if you want to indicate, okay, now this variable displacement, it requires for the cylinder purpose, okay, or in wind pump or wind motor, wind pump or wind motor. Now that in the wind pump or wind motor, okay, it changes, that means it varies. So for variable displacement, if you want to indicate that variable displacement, then you can show by this line with an arrow. Okay, inclined line. Okay, and it's a arrow with that line with the arrow. That arrow should be filled. Line with the arrow. That indicates that there is a variable displacement. Okay, these are the basic symbols required for hydraulic as well as pneumatic. And the first slide, I am telling about the symbols about the pumps and the motor. Okay, at the direction of the flow. Okay, now I request, I will give the 2 minutes. All of you, be with your notebook and a pen. Okay, these symbols are very important for our subject. So please draw this symbol. I will give the 2 minutes to draw this symbol. Okay, within 2 minutes you have to draw. All of you, be fast. I have given 2 minutes to draw this symbol. Be fast. These all the basic symbols are very important. Hurry up. These are the ISO symbols for our this fluid circuit. Okay, fluid circuit means what? Fluid power circuit means both hydraulics as well as pneumatic. Whether finished? Now let us go for next one. These are the symbols or graphical, you can call graphical symbols, which are used for the your pumps and motors. Okay, the first one. Now, if you want to represent or if you want to indicate fixed displacement unidirectional pump. Once again, I am repeating, fixed displacement unidirectional pump. Then, see, if that pump, if you are using that pump in the hydraulic system, then you have to indicate by this symbol. See, unidirection means what? This direction for that purpose. This is a pump, correct? So this is a unidirectional fixed displacement unidirectional pump is there. Now the if fixed displacement unidirectional pump, if you are using for the pneumatic purpose, pneumatic circuit, in the pneumatic circuit, then that you have to indicate by this one. Okay. Then if you want to indicate or represent fixed displacement bidirectional pump, then you have to show or you have to indicate that fixed displacement bidirectional pump for hydraulic system or hydraulic circuit, then this symbol you have to use. Okay, see, now you are getting my point. Okay, why I have taken the symbol of the pump first, okay, in the last slide, and why I have taken the symbol of the direction. Okay, so for that, for this purpose only. If you know the direction symbol separately, if you know the direction, if you know the symbol of the pump separately, and if you combine it for the fixed displacement bidirectional pump, then for the hydraulic, that should be indicated by this one, and for pneumatic, that should be indicated by this one. Okay, bidirectional, that means the in the both direction. Then for variable displacement, but unidirectional pump, if it is used for the hydraulic system or in the hydraulic circuit, then that you have to represent or that you have to indicate by this one symbol. And same, if you want to go for the pneumatic system, variable displacement unidirectional pump, then that you have to represent by this symbol. Okay, getting it. Now let us go for unidirectional unidisplacement, variable displacement bidirectional. See, bidirectional means what? Both direction. And variable displacement means what? This inclined arrow. Okay, field arrow. And for pneumatic, this one. Correct. So every symbol have its own meaning. Please keep in mind, every symbol have its own meaning. Okay, then fixed. Now that was about the pump. Now let us go for the fixed displacement unidirectional motor. Fixed displacement unidirectional motor. See. Okay. Pump or motor, we are representing or by this one. Correct. Now, fixed displacement unidirectional motor. See, unidirectional motor. And for if that same motor, if it is used for the pneumatic circuit of the system, then that should be represented by this one. Okay. Then fixed displacement bidirectional. That means the both direction. This one for hydraulic, and this is pneumatic. Then variable displacement unidirectional motor. Then this one, hydraulic and pneumatic. Then variable displacement bidirectional motor. See this one. Here, what are the symbols I have presented over in this slide? It is about, or all the symbols are used for pump and motor. Okay, variable displacement bidirectional motor for pneumatic system. This one. Now, if your motor is oscillating, then it's having the separate symbol. You can see this one. And every symbol having its own coding. See, S1, S2, S3 like that. S9 means what? Oscillating motor. S8 means what? Variable displacement bidirectional motor. Okay. So these are the symbols which are used for the pumps and motor. Okay, getting it. I will give 5 minutes to draw this one because the pumps and the motor in hydraulic as well as pneumatic, both parts will come. That time you should know the symbol. Okay, so please draw this one. I will give the 5 minutes to draw this all symbols. Hurry up.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, the pump and motors difference is only on the basis of arrow.
No. See, for symbolic purpose, its difference is only arrow. Correct. But if you go for it's a working or the purpose, so it having the different principle. Okay, that part we are going to see in the next lecture, because we have the separate pump and motor part for hydraulic as well as the in our pneumatic part. It's a type different, all everything we are going to study in the further in the next lectures. Okay, that part yet we have not covered now. So due to that, maybe this question arises. But for the symbol purpose, its a difference is that only arrow. You asked about the direction, no? See here one. Please note down this one, Rushikesh. For pump, these two lines on your see, no? This one. Okay, I will show this two line. these two lines, if it drawn at left side, left side of the your that circle, that means your pump. If that two lines, if you're drawn at right side of your that circle, that means that is your motor. Okay, getting it? This is a symbolic difference. Huh? Symbolic
Yes, sir.
difference. First I have given the explanation about the direction, and this was the difference in the graphical symbol. Huh? Getting it?
Yes,
जे
sir.
इन मराठी जे दोन लाईन आपण ड्रॉ केलेत ना, पंप साठी डाव्या साईडला ड्रॉ केलेत, बघताय ना तुम्ही इथं बघा. करेक्ट. आणि जर मोटर साठी जर बघितलं तर ह्या साईडला आहे. ओके, दिस इज अ डिफरन्स. ओके, थँक यू ऋषिकेश. ओके, यू आस्क्ड द नाईस क्वेश्चन. I was forgotten to tell earlier this point. Okay, but due to your question, now I have given the explanation. Okay. Any question? Another question? Rishikesh? Rishikesh, what?
No,
Any
no,
question?
no, sir.
Okay. Other student, if you have any doubt, please ask her. If you have not understood anything, please ask. No problem. I can repeat once again. Okay. And in the flow of this teaching, sometime I may forget any point. Okay. So if you ask that time, I can remind. I can give explanation once again. Hurry up. Please draw this symbol. Why am I asking to draw? Because in our subject only diagrams. Okay, diagram having the more than 50% weightage for each and every question. Without diagram, if you are giving explanation, no weightage. If you have the diagram, if you have the symbol, then it's having the more than 70% weightage. Hurry up, hurry up. Actually, what are the pump is there that we are using for pump or compress? That is for just energy conversion purpose. Okay. Okay. At the time of pump and that motor, I'm going to explain everything, basic point. But please remember this thing. For the pump, what are the two vertical lines are, sorry, horizontal lines are there? No, that you have to draw left hand side of the your circle. And for the motor, that two vertical line, sorry, horizontal line, you have to draw right side of the. So hydro pump means what? Your hydraulic pump. And if vacuum pump means what? Your pneumatic pump. That also we should know. Hydro pump means what? Hydraulic pump. Vacuum pump or air pump means what? Your pneumatic pump. Over this slide, may I go for next one? Or you want one more minute? May I go for next one? Next slide la जाऊ का नको? Just tell me. In the chat box, just write your message, yes or no. or you can unmute yourself also, no problem. These are the very important symbols. Due to that only I am asking to draw this. Okay. Now we'll go for next one. See. Now, in this slide, I'm going to explain these are symbols, okay, graphical symbol which are used for the cylinder. Okay. Now I will give the 2 minutes to just to see at your screen. I will give 2 minutes to see. Okay, and see what is the difference. Just to read. Okay, then I will explain. Whatever the symbols I have shown, these all standard ISO symbols, okay, which are used for the hydraulics and pneumatic system, okay, or fluid power in the for the to represent fluid power components and systems, okay, in the schematic drawings. And early, actually, these all symbols in United States or in the America. So there is one institute, that is American National Standard Institute, ANSI. So that institute is responsible for this all symbol information. Okay, in United States, American National Standard Institutes, ANSI. That is a one body, ANSI, that is responsible for symbol information in United States. For our India, for we are taking the help of the ISO, okay, international organization, okay, and it's having the it has the same control, okay, at international level. So in ANSI symbol or ISO, both the symbol representation is the same, ISO symbol. So these are the standard symbols, okay, to represent the hydraulic or the pneumatic or the fluid power system or components. Okay. What are the description I have given? No, so these are the ISO. I can call it the ISO description or the ISO designation, and then symbol it is there, and it's a picture or the diagram, or it's a graphical represent means that diagram. Sorry, symbol. Or now see in this slide, I have mentioned the different symbols, graphical symbols, which are used for representing the cylinder. Now, first one, if you see the first one, then first is if you want to represent or if you want to indicate single acting cylinder, okay, and returned by external force, okay, single acting cylinder with returned by external force, then that it's a symbol is this single acting cylinder. See, this one is a okay symbol for single acting cylinder. Actually, see, for our pneumatic system in the chapter number 4 and 5, we are going to see in detail about this cylinder. If you are not getting anything now, don't worry. while in the attending the lecture, further lecture, you will get this point. Okay, as this is a practical, so I'm just giving the information. Okay, same part will be covered in the lecture also. Don't worry. Okay, so for representing single acting cylinder, which will be written by external force, then it's a symbol is like this. Then single acting cylinder with spring written, with spring written. See this one. See the difference. This was the just written by external force, and this was with external, not external force, with the spring written. This is a difference. Single acting. Then if you want to represent, if you want to indicate single acting telescopic cylinder, okay, we have the separate type telescopic cylinder, which is if you have seen the in dumper, okay, then again the our trolley, okay, dumping trolley, then in that they have used that this telescopic cylinder. Okay, we are going to see the animation also. Okay, at the time of this telescopic cylinder, I will show the video. Okay, so it's an indication, or it's a representation, symbolic representation is like this. Then double acting cylinder with single piston rod. Double acting cylinder with piston. Okay, see this is single acting. Here one line is given, that is single acting, and for double acting 2 lines here also and here also. This is called double acting with single piston rod. This is a single piston rod, double acting. Then double acting cylinder with through piston rod, is at the both end. See, double acting, and this is a through piston rod. Okay, both sides. Then if you want to represent a differential cylinder, this is a symbol. Then if you want to represent double acting telescopic cylinder, okay, this was the single this one single acting, and this one is the double acting telescopic cylinder. This is a symbol. Then if you want to go for representation of double acting cylinder with single end position cushioning, okay, cushioning effect is a separate topic in our unit number 1 that we are going to see. Double acting cylinder with single end, double acting cylinder with single end. Double acting means what? Here 2 lines, okay, and with a single end, that means this one, along with this cushioning means this one. Okay, then double acting cylinder with end positioning, this one and this is a end position cushioning at both end, okay. This is what are this one, you know, this is a plunger, this is a cylinder, sorry, this is a piston plunger. Then if you want to represent double acting cylinder with adjustable end positioning cushioning at both end, see, adjustable means this one. Okay, so these are the different symbols. There is a slight change in every symbol, okay, and that we should know what is the difference between the single acting cylinder, double acting, then with a single piston rod or with a double piston rod through piston, okay, again with the cushioning at one end or cushioning at both end, that we should know, and it has a so small differ in the symbol. Okay, getting it? So again, I will give you the 5 minutes to draw these symbols. So hurry up, please draw these all symbols.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, differential cylinder S15 diagram.
Yes, this one. Okay.
From this to S19, sir, little explain me.
Okay. See, in single acting cylinder, only to this is actually what are the this is a cylinder, and single acting is what? Here they have drawn one line. Okay, single acting, and it is written by the one external force means what? There is a one piston. So this one is a piston. Getting it? Now, instead of piston, for returning purpose in the single acting cylinder, if it is written by the with the spring written, no, then spring wire to employ. Okay, then single acting telescopic cylinder is a cylinder, and this is single acting, that means here one line, but it is a telescopic means what? See, in that one. Okay, म्हणजे in मराठी आपण डंपर बघतो बघा, किंवा आपले जे टेलर असतात बघा, वाळूचे टेलर. ओके, उन्हाळताना बघा, उन्हाळताना एक सिलेंडर पहिल्यांदा असतो, जसं जसं बाहेर येत जाईल त्यातून काय होतं, दुसरा सिलेंडर बाहेर येतो बघा, कळालं का? सो दॅट इज द टेलिस्कोपिक सिलेंडर. ओके, डंपर और टिपर, ओके, वी नो अर्थ मूविंग टिपर. सो दॅट इज अ telescopic single acting telescopic cylinder. Now if double acting cylinder is there, double acting, then you have to represent by this one. At both end you have to show the small line, and with a single piston rod, that means this one. If double piston rod or through piston rod will be there, that time both side we have to both side double acting through piston rod. Okay, double acting is what? These two lines, this one and this one, this is called double acting. This is cylinder, but with through piston means what? At both end your piston will be there. Getting it? Now coming to the differential gearbox, sorry, differential cylinder. Differential means what? Double acting will be there, that means cylinder along with this double acting, this one and this one, along with that your this plunger and this differential. See, this one and this will be your piston. This is a differential. Then double acting telescopic cylinder. See, this one, this was the first cylinder. In that again another cylinder is there, it's having again opening. In that again another, it's having the another opening. That is called double acting telescopic. Double acting telescopic. Okay, then double acting with a single end positioning cushioning. Double acting means what? Cylinder with this one. In that single end means what? The single piston, and it's having the single end cushioning position. So that means see, इथं काय केलंय, एक्स्ट्रा कुशनिंग दिलाय बघा, कुशनिंग. ओके, ह्यात ह्यात बघा S17 आणि S13. See the difference. Only that cushioning effect, cushioning, this one added. Getting it, Rushikesh? This is the difference, cushioning.
Yes, sir.
Then double acting cylinder with end positioning, cushioning at both the end. दोघात डिफरन्स बघा. कुशनिंग ह्या ही साइडला दिला आणि ह्या साइडला, प्लंजरच्या दोन्ही साइडला कुशनिंग दिलंय, कुशन. That means double with both the end cushioning will be there. Okay, and double acting means what? Cylinder having the two ports. See, these are the ports. Then double acting cylinder with adjustable end positioning, end position cushioning at both end. Both the end having the cushioning. This is a double acting, means this one. But the acting, that position should be adjustable. That due to that only this variable displacement symbol it is shown. This one. Getting it? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now please draw all the symbols. Okay, same symbols we are going to learn during the that point with okay, during the at the time of the that respective point. Okay, when we'll start to learn about the cylinder, double acting cylinder, that time also you will get it's a schematic diagram, then this is a graphical diagram. Okay, that time also. Please draw all the over. Whether you have drawn all the symbol or you need more 2 minutes, please tell me. Want more time? Okay, I will give time. First, we will cover this one. Okay, now let us discuss the graphical symbols which are used for the directional control word. Okay, I think as you don't have the idea about the controls and your other thing, so we'll start this point in the next lecture. Okay. Okay, until unless if you know if you don't know any basic about the walls and controlling the flow control or direction control or pressure control, so there is no use to study this. Okay, first we'll see that during the lecture, and in the next lecture we'll see these symbols. Okay, so I will give the 5 minutes to draw these symbols. Okay, all the symbols, and simultaneously please write down your roll number in the chat box. Please write down your roll number in the chat box, as well as please write down all the please draw all the symbols. Okay, and after drawing these all symbols and attendance, you can leave this meeting. Okay, but both the things you have to complete. First, you have to draw all symbols, and secondly, you have to write your roll. In the we'll see the remaining symbols we'll discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so you can leave this meeting, no problem. All of you, if you are written attendance, then you can leave this meeting. If you are not written attendance, write your roll number in the chat box and then leave this meeting, no problem.